Good day, all. Welcome back to Cruisin Classics YouTube channel. Today we have for you a 2007 Porsche Cayman. Not normal that we'd have a Porsche in here. We only get them once in a while, so for us it's kind of a neat experience, a nice little treat today. Have a piece of German engineering and doesn't have a Volkswagen badge on it. And this is a sharp car. This is the second year of production on the Caymans. In 2006, they made the Cayman S, which is the one grade above this one. This is the base model. They didn't start making the base models till 07. They're a little lighter on horsepower, but still have that same awesome styling and a lot of the same features that are on the S model. This particular car is dressed in Guards Red, and it's a nice paint job. It has been driven, so it has some small imperfections from use. The car has just under 53,000 actual miles on it right now, so it has been driven some over the years. Only about 3,300 miles a year, though. It was obviously a extra fun weekend car for whoever owned it in the past. We do have a clean Carfax on it, and it spent the last 6 or 7 years of its life here in Columbus, Ohio. Take a look at how well kept these are. Clear as a bell on the headlights, and you'll see the same is true of the tail lights when we get to the back of the car. It is red, red, and red. You can see red door handles, red dual side mirrors, red spoiler in the back. Everything is red on this car. It screams at you. Real nice wheel and tire treatment. We've got an upgrade here to 5-spoke chrome wheels, dressed in some Continental Extreme Contact tires, which are pretty new. I think they were bought around somewhere between 20 and 22. All 4 wheels have red calipers and drilled rotors with an ABS brake system. Styling is really cool on these. It's kind of a fastback coupe. You've got the little hatchback in the rear. I love the side air vents. They're not just decorative, they're actually to feed the mid-engine format engine here. The engine is right on the other side of that. The engine's hidden right in there. And we'll get to talking more about that in just a moment. Let's get a look at just how cool the styling is. It's a gorgeous car. Around back, this has had an extra spoiler added onto it. This top spoiler is an add-on, and it looks just great on the hatchback. The lower spoiler is a retractable spoiler. This one, there's a button inside that will actually make it go into the car and then come back out. That's really cool. Just like I mentioned a few moments ago, taillight lenses look just as nice as the headlights. Nice and crystal clear. Very, very pretty. You can see again, no black on the bumpers, just all red, red, and more red. We've got a single exhaust centered right there in the middle. Nice rumble comes out of it. Sounds great. You can see there we have a backup camera as well. We'll get to that as we start to really dig into the car. The only badging on it's that Porsche crest up front and then the Cayman badge here. Other than that, it doesn't have stuff all over it, if you will. I'm going to use one of the 2 key fobs to open our rear hatchback here. There is a lot of storage for a 2-seater little coupe. Down here in the back, this is nice and deep. Plenty of room to put storage items. Got an 8-inch kicker speaker there. This is a little utility flap that allows you to add oil and antifreeze to the engine. And it's got this little catch on it here, so prevents spillage in the trunk. Very nice. There is a little ding right here. Don't know whatever caused it. Maybe a piece of luggage when somebody put something back here. There are 2 small storage cubbies, one on each side. There's one, and there's one over there. The engine, folks, is underneath this. And it's not so easy to get to. I'm not going to take this off because it does take tools. You have to lift this off, starting at the front, and then beneath it is a metal panel, which you'll need like a Torx 30 for to get that panel off, and you'll be able to see the top of the engine. Alternatively, Once we get in the inside, I'll show you there's a way to access it from the inside, coming at it from behind the seats as well. But it's kind of the same deal. You have to take off a carpeted panel, you have to remove a steel panel, but the one inside is the pulley side of the engine. So if you need to change your serpentine belt, put on a new alternator, that's all done from inside of the car with that panel removed. But nice looking trunk overall. You can see here that there is a little screen cover so people can't see your belongings. You can see it will drop down and won't cover this, it will cover this area here so people can't see your belongings in the car. The engine, and I'll go ahead and talk about it now since you can't actually see it, we'll just pretend we're looking at it. It's a 2.7 liter flat six, and it's mated up to a 5-speed manual transmission. Factory rated at 245 horsepower, which doesn't seem like a lot unless you consider that this car only weighs 3,000 pounds, and then it becomes a whole lot more real. A 3,000 pound car with 245 horses is a fast car. And on top of that, Porsche has done all kinds of great things with the suspension system on it. It would be a ton of fun to take this car out to your local track, pay a couple bucks, and drive that thing around the curves all day. Believe me, I'd love to take it out to Mid-Ohio, our local course where we can do that here. Let's see, that rear spoiler looks great on there. Now that we're back up to the front again, I'm going to go ahead and use the key fob to open the front trunk, or Frunk as they're known more commonly these days. There we go. Kind of tough to do it one-handed. Sorry. There we go. So more storage, and this is deep, 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 deep. Oh, it's so deep. I just leaned way over into it. Look how much of my arm fits in there. It is exceptionally deep. You could put suitcases, all kinds of stuff up there. There are a couple little trap doors. This one, that's your brake fluid. This one, that is the stock Porsche navigation and DVD system that came with the car. And up above here, a kicker amplifier, which is obviously providing power to that 8-inch sub in the rear. Neat, organized, and just tons of storage for a little two-seater car. That is a lot of storage. Plus what's in the back. Yes, please. Now this car has keyless entry. You'll notice there was no keyhole on the trunk, no keyhole on the frunk. Over here there is a keyhole, but you don't need it. Again, the fob will do it all. The interior is done in sandy beige, and it's in very good condition. Small amounts of wear here and there. It's a 53,000 mile car though, like I mentioned. So it has been driven some. Door cards are in good condition. And you'll see they have controls for power windows and power mirrors right there. Down on the sill plate is an interior release for your front trunk and your hatchback. You'll see that the seats up front are part manual and part electric. The very front up here, this is where your slider is to go backwards and forwards. This raises and lowers the seat, and this electronic one is for the seat backs. Seats are heated, they are leather, and they are in great shape. No rips, no tears, no stains, just good looking leather seats. Over here, not a tear, but a little tiny mar. As you can see, this little scratch. I imagine that if you took a little bit of leather cleaner to that, you might actually be able to get it cleaned up a little bit. Previous owner put these Porsche seatbelt shoulder belt guides on there to make them a little more comfortable. This is the panel I was talking about before. The engine is behind here, and the pulley system, that side of the engine is what you're looking at if this comes off. It does take some effort to get it off. I've watched a YouTube video on it, and I'm not going to attempt it myself. It takes tools, it takes time, it takes effort, and I am not going to take that apart for you today. Headliner of the car, excellent shape, no sags, made of felt. Let's hop on in. Oh, very, very nice. The passenger seat is in great shape. And the passenger door card looks just as nice or nicer than the driver's side. The dash, textured vinyl, no cracks. Right in the middle of the dash here, we have a little chrono stopwatch, which actually will pivot to either side. It does have a digital function as well. You can see in the center there, that area there kind of lights up. You can just do your track times with it. That's basically why they put it there, so you could do track times with it. Again, there's the rest of that dash. A couple other items to focus on up high. There is a Bluetooth mic for the stereo system. Up here is the HomeLink system. You can set these so that they will open your security gate, open your garage door, turn a light on, which is really cool to have that feature. Now here on the headlamp, there is a system for these that has an auto anti-glare device, and it also works for your side mirrors. So when you activate it, it will tilt that and your side mirrors so that you don't get glare from somebody behind you driving with their brights on. Let's take a quick look at the center console. First, we've got your ubiquitous armrest storage box area, and it's not very deep. You can't store too much in there. The e-brake lever shows a little bit of wear. You can see right around here, done in stitched leather. The smallest ashtray you could imagine. Look how tiny that thing is. And a cigarette lighter as well. And again, a little bit of wear there. You can see a little discoloration. The shifter, again, a little bit of wear on top. 5-speed. Nice leather shift boot. As we move up onto the dash area, first is a little cubby hole, followed by 3 buttons. The button on the left, that button is for your retractable spoiler in the back. The sport button modifies the suspension so it's a little more taut. And over here, PSM, that's the Porsche Stability Management. If you turn that off, the reason to turn it off would be because you're in deep snow, or you're on loose terrain, or you're trying to rock the car back and forth to get it out of snow and get it unstuck. So if that happens, you're going to want to hit that button and turn that system off, because it makes you unable to do those things. Heating and air conditioning controls work like a champ. It's real straightforward, and you'll see there's buttons for the heated seats on either side here. Blows out nice cold air conditioning, hot heat, strong fan. It's got rear defrost, all the things you're going to want. This car does have an aftermarket stereo system in it by JVC, as you can see here. Real nice unit. It does all kinds of things. It's AM, it's FM. It has a CD slot right here. It does Bluetooth. It'll do Apple CarPlay, Sirius. If you just look up the model and the model numbers in the description, you'll find online all the different functions that it has. It also serves as a backup camera, and we'll show you that once we get the car fired up. This is a lock button. It locks the doors and unlocks the doors from inside, so it just does them both simultaneously. And of course, your emergency light. Ahead of the driver, we've got a leather wrapped steering wheel in very good condition. That's on a tilt and telescopic column. It's got 4 stalks coming off of it. The lower one here is for the onboard computer, and the screen for that is at the lower portion here of your tachometer. This one is for your blinkers and flashlights. If you want to flash at somebody or you want to dim the lights, it'll do that. Over here, That's for your intermittent wipers. And the one down here, obviously, for your cruise control. Gauge cluster, easy to use, easy to look at. It's part analog and part digital. There's a speedometer here, tachometer here, and then you got a gauge for fuel and a gauge for temperature over here. But when it illuminates, it'll have your gear selection, so it'll show you what gear you're in. And this will illuminate, and the bottom of this will illuminate, and the bottom of that will illuminate. It'll give you a digital speedometer, it'll give you a digital odometer, it'll give you the little onboard computer screen that you can scroll through using the stalk. It's very, very neat. Lots of information to have there, and it's a nice layout. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and fire this Porsche up. Okay, we'll shut the door here. Clutch in, and here we go. And you can see the JVC stereo is lit right up. I'll go ahead and demonstrate here. Oh, that's cold air, all right. I can feel it blowing on my leg already. Yep. How do you shut that off? Let's shut that off. There we go. Stereo is up and running. Let's get some sound here. Yep. No. Oh, I haven't learned how to do the tuner on it yet. Let's see. There we go. Oh my, that's thumping loud. Yeah, if you like your music, you're gonna love this. Very cool. Now I will go ahead and push in my clutch, hit my brake, and I'm gonna slip this into reverse. And you can see the backup camera comes on. Now we're back in gear. Taking a look up to the main gauge cluster, you'll see there that we've got 55,916 actual miles on her, and that is just a little trip mileage. Over to the right, you can see there's clock, you can see the thermostat, and in the center here, where the seatbelt warning light is, that's where you can make your onboard computer diagnostic stuff come up. Over here, I almost forgot about this, and it's such a cool function. You push in, you let this drop down, then you push in, cup holder, push in over there, cup holder. The coolest cup holder thing I think I've ever seen in a car. Neat design, very well hidden, unobtrusive. I think that's super cool. And in the glove box. It's not in here at the moment, but we do have the original owner's manual for the car. And you can see we've got a USB connection here and another one for hooking up to the stereo system. We'll top on out and give this Porsche a listen. Nice little rumble coming out of that center exhaust. But when you're not hitting the gas, it doesn't really scream. As soon as you get on it, it definitely sounds great. A couple of quick notes. Over on the table here, I've sat some things aside that were inside the car. It does come with a car cover. It comes with a Porsche flag that you can use to decorate your garage with. It has a front rubber license plate bracket. In case your state requires those, you can put that on there. And a brand new set of floor mats still in the bag, freshly ordered, ready to be put inside. What a car for the money. Folks, if you've got any questions about this 2007 Porsche Cayman, please give us a call. Here at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, Ohio, our number is 614-276-7355. We're happy to help you with financing. We're happy to help you with shipping. We can get it delivered from our garage to your garage in an enclosed carrier, so it shows up looking just as nice as it does right here in our photo bay. Again, we're at Cruisin Classics in Columbus, Ohio, 614-276-7355 with this 2007 Porsche Cayman. Appreciate you joining us today. We'll be back again tomorrow with something else cool.